When we develop our ASP.NET Core application, it requires a server to get the request and provides a response. Kestrel is a default cross-platform HTTP server for our ASP.NET Core application. As we can see in this diagram, from the internet or from one of the client, it sends an HTTP request, and that Kestrel catches that HTTP request first. It creates an HTTP context and sends that context into our application code. This HTTP context is nothing but the information of the HTTP request. It has request body, request header, and other useful information so that we can process the request in application code and provides a response back to them. There is one more diagram where we have reverse proxy in front of Kestrel server. We are having reverse proxy in front of Kestrel because Kestrel doesn't have some important features which we need nowadays, such as load balancing, URL rewriting, caching, and authentication. If we need those features in our production server, we can use reverse proxy such as IIS, Nginx, Apache, and put them in front of Kestrel so that any request sent from the client will be handled first by reverse proxy and then it's sent to Kestrel. Kestrel creates HTTP context and next our application's job is to process that context and provides a proper response back to the client. This Kestrel can act as development server and also real application server. It can receive the request and provides the response to the real internet client. In real world, we will keep the application code in the production server. When we send any request from the client in the production server, the reverse proxy will capture them first and it sends back to the Kestrel, and Kestrel will send those requests to the application code, gets a proper response from our code and sends the response back to the reverse proxy server, and the response will be served to the client. But in this series, we will not use this reverse proxy server because we will be developing a simple application to understand how Kestrel works and how ASP.NET Core application will work. In case during development, if we want to use the proxy servers, there is a way. We can use a dummy reverse proxy server called as IIS Express. It just simulates how IIS works. In our project, where we can see that Kestrel server. This is the sample project which we created in the previous video. If I run this project, we can see a new console window pops in front of us with a browser opened. This is the client which sends a request to our application, and this request will be handled by the Kestrel server. This console window is a Kestrel server which gets the request and it passes that request to our application code. We can use that HTTP context object created by the Kestrel, process that request and provides a response back to the Kestrel, and Kestrel will provide that response to this client. Prove that without application server, our application code can't process anything and provides a response back to the client. Let's send one request from one of the client. I'll paste this URL and click enter. We can see the Kestrel is not running and also we are not running this project. As we can see, client says that it the site can't be reached because the server is down. So this is the main use case of the application servers.